What's good, YouTube and Twitch? We're live to both right now with a discussion that's heavily missed by the entire Yu-Gi-Oh community here on YouTube, I feel, and that is YCS Japan, specifically Osaka, in 2019 had 3,000 duelists. Somewhere out there, someone's still shouting Yu-Gi-Oh is dying, despite Konami's revenue for going through the roof in a record-breaking year and record-breaking attendance like this. But what did they set up for the duelist in Japan? Let's show what's behind door number one with a 3,000-person tournament with only 7 rounds of Swiss. As I know, the Japan YCSs are one-day events. There's not a day 2, I believe. And they cut the top 64. So, can you imagine? Also to note, you don't get a match. You get a single duel. How important is the dice roll now? How important are your key hand traps now? It is just dodging bullets to win. And perhaps it really shows with what first place won with. What deck does he look like he played? It's already been spoiled in this video, but what deck does it look like this man plays? He looks like a K-pop idol, kind of, right? He looks like he could be in some Japanese dramas. Oh, he played SUBTERRORs. SUBTERRORs are doing pretty good over there. So finally, it just seems throughout time, SUBTERRORs have risen to the greatness that Spirals once kind of had. Like, Spirals were way more dominant, let's face it. But it's funny to say that this TCG exclusive also stepped into the limelight. The difference is, let's look, 3 Maxis. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, the Link 1 Solomon Great card also in his deck. Double Crackdown, double Solemn Judgment, so they get a second one over there. Second Solemn Warning, they get a second one over there. Key differences that really can take a stun deck to the next level. Oh yeah, and he's playing the Triple Extravagance, which is, as I understand, like $5 for the cheapest variant over there or something, so much more budget friendly. And they got their gurus and their actual jump magazines as well, and those don't go crazy insane on their secondary market. I think guru's like $7 over there, if I'm not mistaken. I do actually keep up with the OCG market here and there. So yeah, looking through this, it's pretty insane that they just have all that extra backup to stun. Maxi, Solemn Judgment, Solemn Warning. It's pretty crazy. What's second place? Oh, another stun deck. See, they don't care as much about winning the dice roll. You can go, do your shenanigans. I'm going to set up the same way going first or second. If I won the dice roll, great. I would really appreciate that. But if I lost the dice roll, my deck's at least going to play very similarly / the same as it would before. And you notice the double Solemn Strike in each deck too. Like the Solemn lineup is the same for both decks. Solemn, 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 2, 2, 2. We got Judgment Strike Warning here, all the same as well. Triple Metaverse here, though, going for a Mystic Mind stun strategy with the Altergeist, something we haven't seen develop too heavily in the TCG. You also do get Harpy's Feather Duster in the OCG, which is something we don't have here, but very interesting to see kind of their metagame and how diverse it is. They still have Solomon Greats running around over there, doing their thing, playing Triple Dynamiscus, the Spice, and Dweller as usual. And you know, they actually, in the 4th place here, are not playing the Solomon Great Link that the top 2 were playing. It's very interesting. And we see another one, extra deck not revealed, also Triple Dynamiscus. Very interesting that that's kind of become the meta over there. We see double Phantasme in this man's deck. Did I miss that over here? Yeah, double Phantasme as well, with the triple Maxi for both. So Maxi, you see when it's at 3? Oh, every single deck. Do we really need that? Debatable. You all can still argue 0 or 3, but those are the 2 numbers that I would like to see it at. I don't want to see it at 1 or 2. Triple Maxi, once again, a very familiar feel to every single deck. Harpy's Feather Duster, double Solemn, in addition to your Roar. It's a nice little bit of back and forth. You're noticing the theme. We're not seeing these explosive decks as much near the top. You're not seeing those all-out crazy combo attack, set up negate board decks. You're seeing solid Yu-Gi-Oh towards the top. in this best of one format. But here we are. Next, the craziness, the madness, Zephyra Dinosaurs, because, hey, Daddy Ding Long's legal over there, getting you your own Omni Negates with some craziness. You also have the Psyframe Link legal over there, so we do see the Gammas. The meta is just so fun to look at. Look at this man's deck, like, it's so cool. You see O-Line, you see Needle Fiber to note. Yeah, this is actually one of the coolest decks, I think, in the entire top cut. Thanks, Leon. So we also see Gandora x FTK still running around, abusing a little Madolche girl. We haven't seen, is that Dynanthium? I forget how to exactly say his name, but we haven't seen him in ages in our metagame. I think he was last abused in, like, Infernity forever ago. They have triple mid-breaker field over for their combo decks as well. So a little bit different than the TCG on that front, to be able to ignore your opponent's extra hand traps they're drawing into. Playing triple Signet Mining in his FTK as well. Very interesting. And they still have one Thoughty Boy getting teched into the deck to be able to turn off all those hand traps. Very cool. Orcus does make the top 16, so we finally see what people expect to be the bane of this format over here. And like Aaron McInnes choosing the Scrap Recycler version, we do see they only have one light stage, or no, they have two. Was it all the way down to one and it came back? I forget, but I know that they got hit in specific places. We see him opt for 2 light stages here, and I think that may be the max. Help me out, chat, throughout here. And the one Candina, one Korribane, which also can just end up going into Nightmare Mermaid for them. They do play. Do they even need Mermaid? Oh, they do have Needle Fiber, but yeah, they need Mermaid. The Relinquished Link, I like it. And they're trying for the double Fog Blade negate, easy peasy stuff as well, it looks like in their build. And then Sky Striker's still doing it over there as well, despite all the hits. I think it's hit harder over there than it is over here. We do see 2 Engage, 2 Widow Anchor. We do see the 1 Kagari as well. Pretty solid build, playing Pankratops because, hey, you don't expect to win every dice roll, right? Especially in a best of one format. So you really don't consider your side deck at all, I guess. That's why none of these have side decks. It's all best of ones. I totally forgot. I was like, wait a minute, where's oh yeah, we're in Japan. 3,000 duels. Another Alter Guy. So Alter Guy's still doing something over there. You see the Pankratops main as well for the best of one format. Double Dynamiscus again. Dynamiscus really taking a big hold in their format. They seem to like it over there. Is this? Well, thank you, Faded Noob, for hosting during this video. We've got Magical Muskets in their top cut. This is pretty cool. I know they have access to Max, and Max gives you going second options for Musket, which they're kind of robbed of right now. So out of 3,000 people, Musket hype poggers, like the actual ability to do it with Ties of the Brethren too. I did not expect to see this. I haven't looked through this entire top cut. It's pretty cool to see it in the top 16. The next Zodiac does make an appearance, and I could see it. But still, I don't expect it in our metagame, so it is a little weird to see here. We see Sky Strikers again. We see Luna Lights doing their thing, and they do have their Thoughty Boy in here, but not a way to do it on the opponent's turn, I believe. And it's really cool to see Luna Lights, you know, without abusing it in that aspect popping off. And that's all the deck list we have. So what do you guys think of their metagame and how it's come together? How diverse it is, how different it is, and the choices that made it all the way there? Of course, I think it's very skewed. First off, I think you need a couple more rounds. 7 rounds of Swiss for 3,000 Duelists. I think that's going to just on its own force a different shape to a top cut. But all of these to note, we're top 16, so they did fade, you know, the top 64, the top 32, that's 9 rounds in order to get into this listing. So they did go through 9 rounds and some of the most prestigious duelists in Japan in order to do it, but still, 3,000 Duelists here, 7 rounds. Konami, you gotta do something. I get it's a one-day event. You gotta figure out something for these duelists over here, because it's going to just naturally shape everything differently. Best of ones, top 64. Actually, let me know what you think of that format. It adds another element of luck, in my opinion. The dice roll already matters so much. That's the age-old argument from Yu-Gi-Oh! And here in this YCS, it's amplified. It's insane that, you know, in order to do consistently, that's why Stun's the top 2 decks, or Control, whatever you want to call it. They're a mix of both with how they're set up. It's crazy to think about it. The dice roll, like, and how it impacted the rest of the deck decisions through the entire tournament. The maining of Pankratops without being able to side deck. The inability, taking away side decking from the game when it's such a key aspect to how it's played and how it works. I think that's also kind of a bad thing for a competitive environment, but for such a big event for one day too, let me ask you how you feel you would be going through a field like that. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the coverage, as I haven't seen anyone else cover it. And let me know what you think. 3,000 Duelists. I do believe that's one of the biggest, has to be a top 3 YCS of all time if we're considering, you know, our recently historic European YCS that was split into 2. This is still insane. This is crazy. Congratulations again. Yeah, you took it down. You are the SUBTERROR guru.